Hi, my name is Vishal. I just want to make basics of series for the rigging here. So in that point, I just want to discuss about world space, object space, transform node and shape node. So this video is all about that. So what I've got right now in the scene is to visually help the difference between the world space and the object space. I've created the gizmo of move tool. One is at the world and another one has been put before the character. So what is world space? World space is a coordinate system. It's a 3D coordinate system whose origin is at the not center, because I don't believe that there is center for space because space is infinite, but we consider origin as our starting point of counting the coordinates. So let's call that as origin. So if I start moving any object in any direction, I may move in specific direction, and the directions for the space are basically 6. One is left, right, and front, back, top, bottom. So here we have that 6 sides, which is one is positive x and another one is negative x. So if I just see from this point, so my character's left side is positive x, character's right side is negative x, character's front side is positive z and back side is negative z. When I move up, I'm moving in positive y. When I move down, it is negative y. So there are 6 directions here in which I can possibly move the object. Okay, in the direction of the arrow it is positive, opposite side of the direction is a negative. And here we have the red color, the green color, the blue color arrows in which I move the objects here. Okay, so we have object space. Object space is the coordinate system of a space, and this space will always align with the object. Say if I rotate the object, then the coordinate system will also rotate along with that, and the y, x, z will change accordingly. Now in this case, I've got this character and I've created a gizmo which is the child of the character. So when I move the character somewhere and rotate it, now if you see the arrow, the move tool arrow, so I'm moving the object in world space y, I'm moving in world space negative y, world space positive x, world space negative x, world space positive z, world space negative z. Okay, now if I change the manipulator, okay, the move tool manipulator from world to object, so I'm changing that just by pressing W on the keyboard and left mouse button. Then you get this marking menu where you can switch between world and object. Okay, so now if I change the manipulator here, the move tools y is facing towards the character's y, not the world y. Character y, you can see there is a manipulator here which is helping us. So I'm moving in the y-axis of the character or y-axis of the object and y-axis of the negative y-axis of the object. Positive z, negative z, positive x, negative x. Okay, you can always switch between these two. Even you can open the tool settings and you can change between the world space and the object space. So I've got these two things. Now let's talk about the transform node and the shape node. So whenever you create an object, okay, this object might have some history. Okay, the history is that this sphere is created with a tool called polygon primitive sphere. So that sphere history will allow me to control how the sphere should be. Okay, should I be controlling the subdivisions? Should I control anything else apart from that. So I can do that here. So what I've got here is the sphere with some history, and I go to the edit and use this delete by type history option, and that history will be no more accessible to you, and you can really control the subdivisions. Now this is piece of polygon model. Now when I've got piece of polygon model, this model has got two nodes. If I open the attribute editor, I can find it. So one node is the transform node and another one is the shape node. Shape node will control anything about the polygons, how the polygons should be, how what all about the polygon should be displayed, whether should I apply smooth mesh or not, should that polygon be rendered somewhere, or should I stop rendering them. So all that controls will be there in the shape node. Now there is, on the other side we have the transform node. The transform node allows me to move the object, allows me to rotate the object, and allows me to the scale object and beyond that. So we have a lot of options here. So it is like a pivot point. Okay, so if I just go to the create, and we have this nice option called empty group. So if I see that empty group is invisible to me, but if I select it, it has got something like I can move it, I can rotate it, I can scale it, and so on. So it is very important for you to understand what is a transform node. Transform node is a node which helps transform the object, like translation, rotation, scale, shear, etc. Okay, it also allows me to change the orientation of the axis as well, and we have a lot of other options down if you can explore that. How to identify whether I have selected a transform node or a shape node, because it really matters when we do certain connections in rigging. We need to know whether we have selected the right node. For that, if I just go to the attribute editor, I will be able to see there is a transform node, there is a shape node. But how do I identify? Let's say if I select an object and just name this, okay, the name is ball. But if I go to the attribute editor, ball and ball shape, okay, you have two tabs. So whatever name I have given was given to the transform node, and the shape node will get the shape as the suffix there. So ball, ball shape. So ball is the transform node and ball shape is the shape node. Okay, so if I have to select a shape node of any object, it is very simple to select by just a keyboard shortcut. But before using a keyboard shortcut, we'll try to understand how things are working here. So I just create some objects here just to understand something in outliner. So if you see in outliner here, we have several primitives created. One is the ball, cube, and all. So if I select the arrow button here, I press the arrow button here, I'm shifting my selection like it's like cycle selection. Okay, it's jumping to the next one or jumping to the previous one. So I'm using the left and right arrows here to switch to the next object in the outliner or to the previous object in the outliner. Let's say if I've selected the cylinder, I'm pressing the right, then I'm selecting the cone. Right, then I'm selecting the torus. Left, I'm selecting the cone. Left, the cylinder, the cube, the ball. So I'm just doing that way. Okay, now if I right click here in the outliner and there is an option called show shapes, okay, then you'll get some option where I can expand this object here further. So there is an option that plus, and when I expand it, you're seeing two objects here. As I said, ball is a transform node, ball shape is a shape node. If I just go and create an empty group, okay, if you see the empty groups icon and polygones icon is same. A white color box slightly sheared with a red arrow in it. So that's a node called transform node. You identify it by the icon itself. Okay, now if you select object in the viewport, you have selected the transform node. You should see, if you select, you have selected the transform node. Okay, you selected the transform node. But if you want to select the shape node, you need to click and select the shape node, or you need to press down arrow button, then you select the shape node. Up arrow will go for the transform node, down arrow for the shape node. I can switch between these two nodes if I wanted to. In fact, I need not open outliner. I can directly select and then select the shape, the transform, shape, the transform. So I can do that just by pressing the arrow buttons on the keyboard. Okay, you have left and right, up and down. Left and right cycles between the objects, and up and down between the hierarchy.